think if you grow up in New York City, you experience a lot at an early age. I enjoyed it. I'm a New Yorker through and through. No matter where you go, you always find people from New York. So it was a wonderful time in my life, and I really appreciate and everything that I learned growing up in New York City.
I assume that those relationships that you formed through the years will come in handy on the recruiting trail out east?
Yes, definitely. Basketball is very big in New York, as we all know, and I think the more people you meet over the course of time, the better it is in terms of recruiting and just getting your name out. A lot of people know of Marquette on the East Coast because Marquette's had a lot of success going back into New York area and recruiting kids, and it's been beneficial so far.
Tell me a little bit about what attracted you to this place. Why take this job?
Buzz Williams. Having an opportunity to meet Buzz. We didn't know each other. We spent about 4 days together in Colorado. He was working for Dale. I actually was leaving Colorado going to Howard University, but I didn't know him at all. Heard a lot of great things about him. I had an opportunity to speak to him on the phone. He took the opportunity to call my wife during the interview process, spoke to her for about a half an hour. Then when I came out and met him, just to see how the kids responded to him, made me comfortable. Buzz Williams attracted me to Marquette, and then when I came here and saw it, I knew this was the right place for me.
Your first name is David, but nobody calls you that?
Nobody.
Explain to me how this all came about.
My uncle's name is David also, and so everybody in my family calls me by my middle name, which is Aki. It's short for Aki. And when I got into the business, I was working in Colorado. Terry Dunn knew me from when I was 8 years old. So because all my family called me Aki, we had David Moe on the staff also. So it was just easier for them to call me Aki and call David Moe. That first year, we recruited a kid named Aki Thomas, who grew up in my building. So it became Big Aki and Little Aki. And to this day, we don't know who's who. He's taller than I am, but I'm older than he is, so who knows?
Building relationships, first of all, with the current players. They've been here before you. How do you approach that?
I think you just have to be honest with them. But if they know that you care about them, they'll listen to anything you say. And the hardest part, because they have been so successful, is getting them to trust you. And these guys are a great group of guys. They're good people. Forget the basketball aspect. We all see the basketball talent that they have, but they're a great group of individuals. And I think Buzz fostered the environment. Hey, listen, get to know these guys, and then they can judge you on their own merit. And for the most part, I think we've had some really good relationships. Some bonds are starting to form. You're always going to be closer with certain guys and not as close with other guys, but I think from 1 through 13 on our team, they trust our staff.
Now, out on the recruiting trail, how do you go from a prospect on a sheet of paper to a relationship to a commitment? I mean, I know that's a tough process. How do you try to begin that process?
For me personally, it's just like everybody else. You look at scouting reports, you hear different things about certain individuals, and then you go out and see them. And once you see them, you determine if they fit the profile of the student athlete that you're looking for at whatever school you're working for, and obviously this one is Marquette University. After that, you start making phone calls, find out who's helping the kid make his decision, give them as much information as you possibly can about your program. The beauty of what we're doing here at Marquette is we have such a great product to sell. The same thing that attracted me to Marquette, Buzz Williams, Marquette being a great school, is the same reason why we can get quality student athletes, because he's such a good person that when people meet him, it's easy to sell that guy. Right? When you believe in the person you work for, it's easy to make that extra phone call, write that extra letter, go see the kid one more time. And I think the name Marquette gets us in the door. And then who we are as people, and that's everybody, not just the kids in our program, but it's you, it's the administration, the student body, that helps sell the program and helps us get the quality kids that we want in here.
Coach, thank you. Good luck.
Thank you.
Coach, this staff is learning each other. How is that coming along?
They're doing great. The thing is that every day is a new day when you're in your first year. New day in practice, new day in games, new things with each scouting report. All of those guys have great character. All of them get along very well. We spend an inordinate amount of time together in the office and on the road. I'm very pleased with who I've hired, and I think that it's a staff that we can continue to grow and get better. I think that we've been accountable thus far in everything that we've done, and that's a tribute to their work ethic and to their character.
When we come back, the Wisconsin Badgers are coming to the